Oh,
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful sunshine.
what is the hardest silver or gold to sell?
Are you strong enough to pick up a bag of about 10,000? No, it's not that bad.
What? Buy your precious metals online from SD Bullion. New customers get gold and silver at spot by visiting sdbullion.com/new.
I've been stacking for about 3 or 4 years, and started stacking because I watched your channel. You've created quite an interest in his shop there.
Thanks to Yankee, we do have customers all over the country.
Yeah, if I ever get out that way, definitely that would be one of my stops.
Thank you very much, Frank.
Appreciate it, Frank.
All right. Thank you, Yankee.
It's very unusual that we are sitting here and there's nobody in the store.
Let's take advantage of it, man. I love it. It's rare. This is a Saturday. I don't
It is
usually
rare.
come in on a Saturday.
I plan to get all these packages out this weekend, and it says last night was just unbelievable. Started out by being unbearable without the air conditioning working, so I opened up all the windows upstairs. Jack showed up this morning and got the air conditioning working, but I'm going to have to tell him that it's still dripping all over the place.
I want to ask you a question about what are some of the hardest things to sell in your shop. Plus, I also want to take a look at some of the gold coins. But we have somebody coming into the shop here, and we'll be back. We'll talk.
Yeah.
There's 3 quarters in there and 4 or 5 64s. And I have more coins from my dad at home. I just gotta find them. But they're yours once I find them.
You don't want them?
No, I don't want them.
They made lots and lots in 63 and 64 planning to take the silver out of the coins.
Yep.
However, people may not understand exactly that they didn't stop putting silver in the coins in 1964.
It was 77 or...
No, 65
it was 40%.
through 70. Yeah, they made 40%,
Yeah.
and they made huge.
I have a couple 65s at home.
Well, in halves, right?
Halves, yeah.
People confuse the other coins, but it's just the half dollars that had more silver.
Through 1969?
But 1970 was also in a mint set and proof sets.
Right. I can't believe all the silver that's in here. This is insane.
Yeah, you have an insane amount of silver here, Tim.
You think?
Wow, look at all. Can I touch?
Oh, sure.
Okay. I had a really nice gold chain that got stolen from me. If I could find a nice silver chain, I would wear it. I'd rock it.
Look at the math. It actually came out to 56.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're the boss.
Give that man a sticker so he can watch our YouTube channel.
Yeah, I'll check out your YouTube, definitely.
Like and subscribe, yes.
Of course I will.
It's only $100 a month to subscribe, isn't it?
Oh, please.
Whoa.
You're awful, dude. It's perfectly free to
funny.
subscribe. You're bad. Definitely drawn to the chains. I hope you find a replacement, though. I really do.
I do too.
Come back. Maybe you can find
Well,
something.
I'm coming back, definitely. No, you guys got me for life now, so.
Appreciate it.
No, thank
Take
you.
care. You buy almost everything that people drop off, whether it's silver or not.
In this case, when people can use the money and to help them out, I don't mind buying, Eisenhower dollars or half dollars. I've got a lot of these that I have to take to the bank anyway.
Okay. Well, it's very nice of you, Tim, because
In
not
fact-
every
in
coin
fact,
shop
I have
deal
a-
is going to do that.
If I had time this afternoon and I didn't have something better to do, I've got lots of half dollars to roll.
Well, you and I are going to have a dinner.
That's what I'm meaning. 'Cause we could spend that time rolling money. And
We could come back after the dinner, before the movie, the F1 movie. I do want to ask you, though, when you get this stuff, what is the hardest silver or gold to sell?
well, people bring a lot of non-sterling silver in, and I have to break the bad news to them that it's plated.
But you don't buy that stuff, though.
I don't buy it. And curiously, someone else brings the same spoons and knives and forks.
Interesting.
We buy a lot of stuff from individuals that's not easy to sell. I mean, we already discussed the commemorative gold coins.
Well, we did mention that on a prior video.
You know, they should be going up with the price of gold, but they're not really.
Interesting.
But you know, we have a lot of them.
Could I see some?
Sure. Are you strong enough to pick up a bag of about 10,000? No, it's not that bad.
What? Okay, I'll do my best. Yeah.
You know, at one of these days, we'll probably sell a few of these at spot. We just have to arrive at a price so that somebody who looks at the video 3 years from now.
Yeah. It'll be derived. The price will be derived based upon the spot price of when they want to buy it, not what we're talking about
in the video. We'll say what the price was.
Okay. So commemorative gold.
Yep. And let's see, we got there. Oh, that's the Constitution, I believe.
Word.
I can barely see these things, so I never know. That is.
Look at all this.
That's an Olympic one. That's a $10 Olympic. That was from the 1984 Olympics. I should know this. This is Bill of Rights. I can't really see it.
So nobody wants commemorative
Well,
gold?
I don't have them on display because when I explain to them that they're made of the same standard as the old $5 gold, you know, the pre-33 gold. They don't understand the math, so they don't want to get into something they don't fully understand.
The math. The math is the problem.
Yeah. Another Olympic coin. Wow. What is this one? This is the Star Spangled Banner. This is a new portrait of George Washington. I mean, I would like that as a coin. It's a gold coin, just, you know, and it's worth $5, and that's its face value. But its content is 0.2418 instead of 0.25. So it's a lot easier for somebody to think, okay, well, how does this compare to a quarter ounce? Well, it's a little less than a quarter ounce. All right, never mind.
That's its stigma, the math, the unique way.
Well, a lot of people are interested in pre-33 gold and are having trouble with the math.
Well, I love it because it's recognizable. It's constitutional gold, and I get it for a great price.
When I say this is 0.2418, and they say, well, how does that relate to an American Eagle? I said, well, it's actually 0.9675 of a troy ounce, but then you have to multiply it times 0.25 after you multiply it times 0.7, and then their eyes are rolling in. What? I do have a lot of those.
But you could get this at Melt.
Well, a lot of these I bought a long time, over the years. And so I'm not that concerned about selling it for Melt.
Wow. Normally, a fractional gold is a higher premium, Tim. The smaller the denomination, right?
And
the higher the premium.
They're actually U.S. money, so they can never be confiscated.
You can't say that with a straight face, and you know it.
The amazing thing is, sometimes you get a red book or something that has all the mintages. And just for laughs, take a look at how many commemorative coins they've made in gold and how many American Eagles and, you know, 1 ounce, half ounce, quarter ounce, 10th ounce they've made. Add it up. That's a lot of gold to confiscate. And how are they going to do that?
They're not.
With a lot of guns?
They don't need to. They can take our digital wealth a lot easier.
There's another one. I think it's a pretty coin.
That is one interesting way to get fractional gold at such a low price.
Okay, so let's say the bid price is
right now
$32.74.80. Call it $32.75 because that's
as of today. Yep.
Okay. Which would, and I'm going to round it to the next dollar. That would make these coins, not those, $792. And that one would be $1,583.
This one.
Actually, $84.
This one?
$1,584. Yeah, that's a $10 gold piece.
And when you buy these on the U.S. Mint website, when they first come out, Tim, they're incredibly expensive. The premiums are high, not low.
But you know, look at the gray sheet though. Sometimes they all seem to tend back to roughly the same point, unless it's a very popular series.
As soon as the hype is over, they come
like
back
the Bald
down.
Eagle was a very popular one.
Right.
The First Flight was a very popular one. Any of the Olympic coins that have, you know, they had a baseball coin one year, and that was very popular. It depends on what the subject is.
But the popularity does tend to wane, though, doesn't it?
Well, the first one that came out that was really popular was this Statue of Liberty.
Yes.
And now they're the least expensive. But they're the same as buying pre-33 gold. They're all the same exact math.
There's a distinction, though, here, Tim. Ungraded, non-slabbed, circulated pre-33 gold might have less gold due to wear. These things don't have any wear.
They don't have any wear, and they're both rolled out of the mint with the same content. That is, if we trust the U.S. Mint to tell the truth.
You trust the U.S. Mint, don't you?
I wish they would. I wish they had lower prices, but I understand the price is usually set by supply and demand, at least in one case.
Cool. Well, I think these are very interesting, and I think people will be interested in getting some of these. They're going to need to obviously work out the price with you when they're interested in getting them based on the spot price
Well,
of
I
that
bet
day.
so far somebody listening to you right now
Yeah.
has gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they're cutting a check right now.
And it's worth it.
The problem is it changes all the time. So whenever we say we're selling something at spot, 3 months later, someone goes and says, "Oh, I want to buy one of those for $3,200 that you talked about." I said, "Well, now it's $3,600."
Yes, guys, that's why we usually don't mention prices in the videos, because just for that fact.
For that fact. Yeah.
So when you call in Tim, the information to Tim is in the description of the video. Please, you can reference this video, but understand that it will be based on the price of gold.
Yeah, one day this week I sold 8 kilo bars at spot. Actually, it was a little touch less than spot.
I was there for it, yeah. That
And,
was impressive.
And, if you really want some 100-ounce bars, about 10 or 20 of them, I'll sell those at spot.
Well, you just bought these, right?
Yeah.
Again,
I
you
needed
buy everything.
I needed a few more.
You want to open them up? Yeah, ha. Oh,
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful sunshine.
All right, Tim.
Also sell sterling silver at spot, only by the truckload.
Is that hard to sell to people and customers?
Sterling silver?
Yeah.
I actually have sold a couple of flatware sets.
Oh, wow.
Over the years.
Over the years.
Well,
Okay.
The
all
problem
right.
is, the problem is
How about this year? You haven't sold any sterling silverware.
If you do the math, it's very expensive.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And you always used to be expensive, but keep in mind the price of silver used to be $1.
Yeah, there's no demand for silver sets, is there really anymore? Who wants to
No,
clean
not
silver
really.
sets?
I mean, that's something I remember my father telling me about. He said in the 1930s, having a place setting of sterling silver basically meant you had arrived. Wow. If you were enterprise, if you're at Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving dinner, if you had friends over, relatives over, it was impressive that you had sterling silver. This is back in the 30s, during the Depression. I asked my wife if she thought we should get a sterling silver set, and she said, "I'd rather have a bigger TV."
All right, so we mentioned sterling. We've talked about this gold here. Give me another precious metal just one more, that is difficult to sell to customers in your shop.
Platinum is still an orphan. And
but it's gone up.
Variable
it's gone way
pricing,
up recently.
The variable pricing has got a lot of people concerned. A lot of people who bought platinum when it went up to $2,400, they'll never buy it again.
Okay, what about jewelry? Silver rings and bracelets. And we saw some people looking at necklaces today.
Yeah, that's kind of unusual.
That is unusual.
It isn't unusual for a man to want a big, heavy silver chain. But we don't have any of those. Those are long gone.
Long gone.
And those are dingy looking because they've been collecting dust for years.
They clean up well, though.
They do clean up very well. You have some of that jewel luster.
Yeah. So that's a tough thing to sell.
Yeah, but it's easy to scrap.
Okay.
You can throw it in a bag, although they do pay less for the jewelry than they do for...
Like, really?
Yeah, for you have something like a Franklin mint set.
Yeah.
They'll pay a lot more for that than they will the jewelry.
Mint sets. Tough to sell those?
Mint sets.
Come on, I know there are some things that are tough for you to sell.
Well, yeah,
mint sets.
A lot of those mint sets have a penny, a nickel, a dime, a quarter, $50, and some of the later ones had $1 in them. That's what they're worth.
Now, to finish up, there are things that are very easy to sell out of your shop. Any of the constitutional, like today, you can sell that. You could sell eagles, maples, silver rounds, gold eagles, gold maples. Those people still want those. So if you're interested in stacking the right stuff, focus on those.
I didn't even think about what mount it was. I'm glad you showed up at the right time.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. America the Beautiful coin. That'd mean a lot to my dad.
My family has a connection to this mountain. Your family has a connection to this mountain. And, when I looked at it, I didn't know it was Jacaro.
You did?
And my father, when he was an Eagle Scout, and his two brothers, they were all Eagle Scouts at the same time. I think my father ran the gang that went up there to clear the trail of rocks. And so my father thought it was a great idea if they took all the rocks up to the top of the mountain and built a rock pile at the top of the mountain. And I said, so did you lose a few friends that day, Dad? He said, yeah, as a matter of fact, I did.
How to lose friends, carry rocks up mountain.
Carry rocks up a mountain.
One of my mom's favorite mountains to climb, and we actually had a picture of this on our living room wall for many, many years. So I'm going to give this to my dad. He'll really think it's special. Thank you.
It's a mountain that is a nice place to visit, but it doesn't really get that much press.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody.
It's a great climbing mountain.
Hey, name a mountain in New Hampshire. Everybody say Mount Washington.
Yeah, right. Well, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it.
It's not necessarily good to see you, but don't forget to subscribe to Yankees channel.